Alright guys, so we're here with Vlad. We're here with one of the cleanest Supras here today. It pretty much looks like a street car from the outside. Besides the headlight here, it looks like a street car. Yeah, so let's kind of get the breakdown of the car and what the goals are for the weekend.
Yeah, so this is a 98 Supra, original 6-speed car. We're still running the original V160 that came in it. Synchronized transmission. The only real major modification you have to do to these is a billet center case for them to really hold up. Once you do that, I mean, this thing's been in here for this event for the 3rd year in a row. So it's awesome what I've accomplished with that trans, I think. The engine is a built 3-liter with a BC crank, aluminum rods, built by Accelerated Performance. It's got a head games head with GSC S2 cams and a next gen 86-85 from Precision and like a 120 shot.
And realistically, the car is off-the-shelf parts, right? There's nothing, I don't know how to put this, but there's nothing like crazy pistons or crazy cams. These are stuff you could buy from Turn 14 or from whoever, right?
Yep.
This is just regular parts.
Yeah, I mean, rods, pistons came from the shelf from Real Street, I think. At the time, they had them in stock. I mean, it's half the Powerhouse catalog, like your car, I'm sure. And then all the couple custom things that it has is like, you know, some lines for various catch can setups and stuff like that, but otherwise, yeah, it's a pretty simple setup. It's still in the factory oil pump and cast block, just a half fill.
That's right. This is still on a factory oil pump, so no dry sump. Out here pushing big numbers. That is wild to me.
Yeah, I usually try to shift at like 9,400, so oil pressure struggles a little bit, but it stays together.
Because I mean, how long has this engine been in here now?
So I think 2 years ago, my tired and true engine that I ran finally let a rod go. So this one's been in here for the second event, or it's probably got 10 passes on it for now, the bottom end.
So what has been so far this weekend? What passes have you made, and any issues or any problems with those passes?
So the first pass was just an easy A to B pass. I think I went like a 780 or 790. I don't even remember anymore. And then I started leaning on it and turned the nitrous on. And I think I've been a 775 at 184. Kind of fighting some fuel pressure issues. I don't know if the pump is just right there on the edge or something with the surge tank. So that's my main thing that's kind of slowing me down. Usually like first, second gear, like the pressure almost disappears. I don't know how I haven't melted the thing yet, but so I'm trying to dilute the fuel a little bit for this next run so it doesn't need as much volume with the ethanol, and hopefully it does a little bit better. Personal best 60 foot of 114. I mean, that's IRS car, again, V160 IDS suspension, so that, I mean, the car just leaves every time, and it's pretty consistent. Just need to make sure, you know, the fuel pressure stays there. We should be solid for maybe a 750, 740 would be cool for this event. We're in eliminations. I think everybody in stick shift's qualified, so I mean, if I make it past round 1, that'll be awesome. I'll be excited about that.
One last thing I want to go over. This car is still an AEM. The only reason I wanted to mention that is you hear those people like, you know, this crazy race program, firing, it's still an AEM Infinity, right? Like a regular $1,500 box, as I would call it, correct?
Yeah, so I mean, I bought the car. It was like stock twins. It had a really nice OEM harness. And, you know, right off the bat, I knew I was going to kind of go fast. So I bought, you know, a 712 AEM. So it supports 12 injectors with the factory harness. And I mean, from a stock twins, it's turned into this car, and it still has that same AEM, still the OEM harness that's got like 50 things added to it, so it's kind of ugly, but it works.
It works.
Yeah, and Infinity stuff I've been using since they came out, so and it's worked for me, and I haven't had any major issues with it. I mean, it's not like I fry boxes or anything. I don't even have a spare one with me, and I mean, I've had good luck with it, and I've learned them like the back of my hand, so even though I might not have the best strategies or the best things, like if something goes wrong, I can diagnose it in 5 seconds. Whereas, you know, if you're using an ECU that you're new to or not comfortable with, or it's not capable of, you know, good diagnostics, that'll set you back. You know, you're going to be scratching your head of what's going on, but I'm really comfortable with it, so I keep running it.
I just wanted to bring that up for people that always feel like you need to buy the best of this and this, and that does help the better quote-unquote product, but what also really matters is the person utilizing it and actually understanding it. So.
Yeah, I mean, you can buy the best ECU out there, but if the guy tuning your car is not the best at it or knows it very well, you're going to have the same result as a Mega Squirt, you know, whatever.
Well, thank you very much, Vlad. I appreciate it, man, and good luck.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
We've got Duffy's beautiful 240 here in the background, and well, you guys were here last year, you seemed to do okay, had a few issues, and this year you guys seem to be killing it. So what's been the goal, what's the new setup, what has changed?
So last year, unfortunately, we had an engine problem, round 1 of eliminations. So this year, we came back swinging. Made a couple changes to the transmission setup, the engine combination, and the chassis. So we've been working very hard on getting the car going to A to B. And being that we're here at 2024 World Cup and we got that World Cup prep, we can smack it hard, which you can see us doing by lifting the nose up a little more than what we wanted to and dragging that back bumper.
Which I'll throw that clip up here, guys. Wild up.
Yeah. So he was reaching for the toilet paper shortly after that pass. So we implemented a couple new strategies on the link engine management that we've been working along with here. And it's just a Garrett 76, so a G45 1500. Still running a factory crank, factory cast block in the 3.0 configuration. And 12 2600s on ethanol fuel that we've been working on with Sunoco. We love the passes in the pits. Keep them going, guys. Yeah. I swear, some of these guys have more passes in the pits than they do on the track.
Dude. It's the Honda guys, too. They just always constant.
Between the Hondas and the rotaries. Love it.
Constant. So now, like you said, the setup is very basic. It does have a Link ECU in it.
Correct. So we're running the G5 Voodoo Pro, which we've been working on with Link to kind of help push further along into the drag racing world with the Link ECU product. And so we've been developing a lot of stuff. We actually just worked out a strategy for wheelie control, which is why on that last pass we were able to keep the nose down and go even faster. So that's great, because we definitely don't want to lift the wheels up. As much as doing a wheelie looks cool, it's slower, and you smack the nose down and it hurts the car.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we're out here having a blast. And we're sitting #1 qualifier currently, 755 at the 180, almost 181 mile an hour. There's a little bit more room left in the car, so we're going to see. This next pass, this is going to be our last round of qualifying. We're probably just going to work on the short track a little bit more because we already know what it does on the big end. So we'll see what happens and then make it to eliminations and see if we can go a couple rounds.
Awesome, man. Again, guys, check out Sleeper Tuning. Love the car, love everything you guys are doing. Let's see what the pass is coming. Yes! All right, guys, we're at Fluid Damper booth. We have Nick here. Nick, we're at World Cup Finals, buddy.
We're at World Cup Finals 2024. We got our booth set up with all of our products and everything. And you were kind enough to bring your Supra here, and we enjoy having it. Now it draws a lot of attention, and the action and crowd here is crazy. So if you've never been there, I highly suggest.
This is, in my opinion, the Super Bowl. Like, they call it the World Cup Finals for a reason. This is the Super Bowl. Guys, I know you won't see this live, but hopefully everyone gets to see the car today. If you stop by the booth, shoot me a message too. If you have a fluid damper, also shoot me a message. I want to try and get like a catalog of everyone that stopped by and saw the car. Nick, thank you again. Guys, check out the booth.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks for having us.
Guys, Joel Grandis, everyone knows Grandis Racing. It's 2024 World Cup Finals. Joel, how's it going so far? It's Friday afternoon now. How's everything going so far, and what are the goals?
So the goals were to start out was just to come to test and make sure the car went straight, because we had all those issues at Florida 2K where the car went into the center and almost wrecked the car. So that was the primary goal, just to make sure the car goes straight. So we did that. Came out here right off the trailer, ran a 693, and then we ran a 696. Qualifier number 1 yesterday. We went up there, it pushed me through the beams, so I didn't get a good qualifier. So the goal today is just to go out there, maybe run a 680, 670 pass, get qualified, and then we'll start turning it up slow and surely, and try to pick away, try to get a personal best back.
How do you feel about the new front end? How about the new turbo setup? I love seeing the whole drive-by-wire for your bleed off. Like, how's that been working? Everything been good so
Yeah,
far?
the throttle body setup for the boost control has been working flawless. So we made 72 pounds of boost on that 693 pass. So it was still 30% open. So that tells you how much room there is left. It'll probably make 90 or 95 pounds of boost when we have it fully closed. So there's lots of room for improvement and room to grow there. Everything's been good. I put a fresh bullet in there before the fresh engine in before this race, just to make sure everything was like brand new, ready to go. Bumper's been working really good. We added some more bracing to it. Pretty much everything is like the way it should be for this race. So I'm hoping to go rounds and hoping to win the race. It's been 11 years, I think, here, and I haven't won, so that's my goal.
Well, good luck to you, Joel. I appreciate it, and let's get some video.
All right.
Alex here. Alex, we're at World Cup Finals, so we're just going to make this sweet and easy. You were here last year. Things went decent, but didn't quite go as planned. What are the goals for this year? What's 2024? What are we trying to do this year?
We're going to set some new personal bests, set a new record, go rounds, and win this thing. That's the goals, I think.
Let's talk about the car too, because again, unlike most of your competition that's using an old Chevy transmission, this has a Toyota transmission in it.
Yep. It's a ATF speed stage 4 with a custom ATF converter, which is now available. You can order it.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah, we did a lot of prototyping, a lot of testing with it, but it is ready to order. And that's really the magic sauce. I can't get into it too much, but it's got a billet stator, a mechanical diode. It's a badass torque converter. It's the only way to fly with an A340.
And turbo setup for this year?
Turbo setup for this year's a next-gen 7680. About 50-ish pounds of boost. And the old 3/4 stroker. That's what we do.
And just to go over the last little bits of it, it's very basic. This is a stock Toyota block, right? I mean, it's a built engine, of course, but it's using a cast head, a cast block from Toyota. There's no dry sump on this car. It has a factory oil pump.
All that.
I'm trying to put this as, this is a homegrown style car, or something that you could be at home and have this kind of setup. Yeah,
this would be like a 1,400 horsepower car that you could legitimately daily drive if you really wanted to. Like, if I changed my shock dampening back to something that'd be comfortable on the street, not so stiff for the track, for launching it, and I put a set of straight wheels on the car, there's nothing stopping you from going to Cars and Coffee with it or anything. It's a full cooling system. The engine temp doesn't go above 170. The coolant, the trans temp won't go above 170 either, just cruising it around. It's got all the cooling, it's got everything. So it's a true drag and drive style car if you wanted to be that.
Looking forward to getting you see on the track, man. We'll see what some passes out of you.
Yeah, I'm going to get the air conditioning on too. No, I won't. I'll get kicked out. But it does have air conditioning.
That's even cooler. All right, good luck, Alex.
All right, see ya.
I wanted to also mention, they bring the whole family, guys. Look, this is awesome. So it's a true racing family. How old is he now?
8 weeks.
Wow.
It'll be 2 months on Sunday.
Wow. See, guys, this is like the dream setup. This is what people, these are goals. So, okay, Alex, good luck, buddy. We're proud of you.
guys, if you don't know where we are, you're in the wrong place. We're at the Haltech booth at the World Cup Finals 2024 Maryland International Raceway. It's the home of some of the fastest cars in the world. You guys should be here. We're showing off our Rebel ECU that you guys have seen for almost a year now, but the big new thing is our new TI4L automatic transmission control module that just came out. So this is going to be for your 4L60 and 4L80 automatic transmissions that are paired behind the LS engine. So this is going to be a complete kit for your Gen 3 and Gen 4 LSs. So if you have any more questions or anything like that, feel free to give our tech line a call or come see us here at the booth. We also are showing off our brand new S2 and S3 ECUs. That is an evolution of our Elite series. So those have onboard Wi-Fi, onboard data loggers that are a little bit bigger than our Elite series. And it's got a lot of functionality with a mobile app and a bunch of other cool things. So if you have any questions on that, like I said, give our tech team a call. We're always there to help. So.
All right, so now we're actually with the R3 and the new Nexus S2 and S3. So let's get a little rundown here.
So the S2 and the S3 are an evolution of our Elite line. So your S2 is going to be your 4 ignition, 4 fuel outputs. Your S3 is going to be your 8 ignition outputs, 8 fuel outputs. The nice thing is they all have onboard 4-bar map sensors. They all now do dual drive-by-wire control. They have onboard a single onboard wideband controller. They all have torque management already built in. You have 128 megabytes of onboard data logging. It's a wonderful, wonderful system. So the Wi-Fi comms is really, really nice. We have no external Wi-Fi little guy right here. Oh, it's really, really good. It's really good. So these are meant for more of a plug-and-play style solution. We are offering a few adapters here. So what we did is the idea is this is for the guy that doesn't need an onboard PDM. This is something that's going to be more of a simple swap car, something along those lines, where you don't need to run 4-gauge Sherlock battery connections to it. So.
I think that's a good thing to point out, guys, because I don't know how I've had customer before, because I mean, this is incurred cost, right? But again, there's people that want that. Like me, I like to run my fuel pumps. Everyone always gives me crap, but running your fuel pumps off of this is so awesome. I had an issue yesterday where I went to turn on one of the customer cars, and I'm like, why aren't we having fuel? And I'm like, oh, check inside the ECU. I'm like, there's no amperage. Go back. Only one pump was running, the other one wasn't. I can find out which one it was. I'm like, to not do it this way, it's dumb. So I love these boxes. I think this is great for the people that don't want to deal with that. But I'm going to tell you now, R3 and R5 is the way to go in most applications for me, because it just gives you so much versatility and makes your life so easy in the long run.
And it's built with all of the latest components. It's got all of the new hardware that's all of the Nexuses already have. It's got it's just it's so hard to convey on how much better these things are, because as technology increases, like, we also have to innovate. And this is, again, just another innovation from Haltech. You know, the Elite line has almost been out for almost 8-9 years now, if not longer. So we're trying to continue to update those and provide that, after sales support. I mean, that's what we're doing with all of our dashes with the new NSP updates and things like that. So, and this is just another evolution, so to speak.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Guys, so we're here with John Stats Racing with the homegrown built Supra. No shop here. He is doing this by himself, which is pretty amazing. He's got people helping him, but again, this is not a shop-built car. This is a home-built car, which makes it 10 times cooler. So what are the goals for the weekend, and kind of go over the setup of the car?
All right, so man, the goals coming in were obviously to qualify. That, just get in the top 32. So we're struggling a little bit this season, but we only have about 7-8 licks on the car in the last 5 years, so it's a new setup. We're running a Precision Next Gen 7685. It's controlled by a Motec 800 that's tuned by ProSpeed. It's a Brian Roach 3.4 liter motor and ETS turbo system, and just your fuel injector development, 2750 cc injectors, and it's on ethanol, 1 ethanol.
So it's a very, I would say, simple.
Basic, yeah. Keep it simple, KISS principle. Keep it simple, stupid setup. No nitrous,
I can spool the turbo. It's a TH400 from Rossler, so I can still spool the turbo. Chris was just down here. It's spooled in about 70-degree weather in about 3 to 3.5 seconds, which is pretty darn amazing on a 76 with no spray.
Yeah.
So it's kind of cool. I can keep the car a little bit lighter. Same thing. I don't have to worry about nitrous bottles and pressures and
Life's so much easier.
Yep, yep. So we all try to keep it simple, obviously, and like I kind of said, limited street. We're in a limited garage. You know, generally it's on Harbor Freight jack stands and 2 jacks and
I'll
like.
have to show some pictures here.
Yeah.
I mean, just having friends come over, just himself working on the car. The one thing I wanted to talk about is you won this event twice. You've won here, correct?
Yes.
And what years did you win here?
2015, 2016 in Supra Street. So.
This exact car.
Yeah, yeah.
And that to me is amazing. And it's been how many years since you've been here?
2019 was the last time. So we came down. We raced in Wild Street back then. It was we put a little bit of nitrous on the car just to try to get the personal best, which we did. Second pass out went 756, 184, so it's pretty cool. On a 76 Gen 2, really the second full lick with nitrous. So we knew we had more in it, but we were starting to lose some head gaskets and we were taxing the fuel system to death. So we kind of, like I said, took the nitrous off, got a little bit bigger injector from fuel injector development. Tom got me hooked up. Actually bored out the Siemens 2400s and they bore them out to 2750s. So we got another 350cc injectors, added to each injector, so it's a good window safety net right now.
That's awesome, man. So that's where we're at. That's where it was before. How's the weekend, man? I know it's been rocky, man. Very rocky.
Yeah, it's been, man. We had a transmission issue. We had a vent tube that clogged up, so we had Type F fluid flying out of the dipstick, which is not a good sign. You don't want to race like that. So we discovered that problem trying to load the car up on Tuesday night, myself and Connor. And so we had to pull the transmission on Tuesday night, Wednesday morning, got it rebuilt. It looked good, just vent tube was melted, so we fixed that. And then Matt White helped me out a ton. We got the transmission back in Wednesday night, fired it up, 9:30, loaded it up, and we were down here Thursday morning for Q1.
Well, this is awesome, man. One other thing too, Crystal, I want you guys to come over here. I want to see, this is what makes it special to me.
Connor.
Look. The whole family's here. I just showed you Alex and them. They're here, and the whole family's here. And see, that's support, right?
Yeah.
I know Crystal is super supportive. The whole family is.
Yeah.
I'm happy for all 3 of you. I know the boys at home right now, but I'm proud of you guys. I think this is awesome, and you're so very proud of you.
Yeah. Yeah.
So good luck, John. I'm very happy for you, buddy.
Yeah, man.
So we got a wide range of turbochargers. I don't know if you guys know, but we launched turbochargers last year at SEMA. So it's been about a year now since we've launched these turbos. We got a small range, anywhere from a 5862 all the way up to an 8280. So whether you want horsepower needs, I mean, twin 8280s probably get you somewhere around close to 3,000 horsepower, down to a 550 horsepower range. Something unique about our turbos, our program is smaller, lighter, faster. So when you look at our turbos, this is a 6262, somewhere around 13 pounds. They come standard with stainless steel housings, ceramic ball bearing design, proprietary. Anytime you buy one of our turbos, they'll also come with everything in the package. So no chasing down flanges, no chasing down V-bands. It's a complete set, just like we do with our wastegates. So when you pull that out of the box, it's ready for you. Another selection that we have right now, we brought a lot of our wastegates, whether we have our electronic straight gate 50s. We also brought our boost gate 50s for those guys that are wanting cold side control. Cold side control is not a new thing, but it's something that we've kind of, put an emphasis behind. A lot of the cars here at World Cup Finals are starting to run it. They're having great success with it. It's kind of changing the game. We're making turbos great again. We even have a boost gate 76, so no matter what size range you're looking for, we pretty much have you covered.
That entry, and of course we all know that Country Farley owns this car, is enjoying the fact that he's got his buddy driving here this weekend. Lucas already driving 2 other cars.